Hi, folks. It's Andy Stautz at Stautz Law. I'm back with another talk on estate planning topics. And today's topic is when to revise your estate plan, or when should I revise my estate plan? There's no expiration date on your estate plan documents once you get them. But big events in your life should probably affect how you're planning about your property and your healthcare decisions also. So, in general, let's divide this into three categories. We've got family events, we've got property events, and we've got just time. So, family events. If you get married, if you get divorced, if you have children, especially for the first time, but also subsequent children. If your parents pass, especially if you're younger, all of those family events can and should prompt you to think about your estate plan again. And that doesn't necessarily mean making an appointment with your estate planning attorney. It just means think about it. Okay, I just had a kid. Does that mean it's time to set up a revocable trust in case something happens to us during while your son or daughter is under 18? Yeah, maybe, right? Marriage for sure, because your spouse instantly becomes number one in the eyes of the law in terms of your property and your healthcare decisions. So that can be good, that can be bad, but it's something to think about. Same thing with divorce. I'm gonna make a separate talk about that because it's its own, it's complicated enough. So all of those events, something big happens in your life, great, congratulations, probably, or sorry, as the case may be. But when something happens, it's time to stop, reflect, take stock. Hopefully you're doing that emotionally anyway, but you can do it emotionally and also think about your legal needs too. I'm a lawyer, of course I say that. So that's one category. The other would be property events. So if something in your assets changes big time, that's probably time to just check up on your estate plan and make sure it's covered. So buying or selling a house, inheriting a big sum of money, coming into a business interest that you didn't have before, even things like appreciation of your pre-existing assets might be enough. Where if you're young, you don't have much, you've got a basic estate plan, it's like, okay, well, now that I've got $1 million in my retirement account, do I need a different plan? And again, the answer might be no, but it's worth thinking about. And come in for a planning meeting or a revision meeting. I'm certainly willing to do that for my clients. Other attorneys are too, I'm sure. So that's kind of property events. The other is lapse of time. So even if nothing's happening in your life, you're just cruising along, everything's good, you're just enjoying your days. Every 5 years, every 10 years, check in, because the law might have changed. You might have changed, right? Your priorities in terms of what you're trying to do. So it's such an uphill battle, I think, to get people to think about estate planning for the first time, because it's tough conversations, it's tough topics. But once you've got the documents, once you're ready, you've got a plan, it doesn't stop there. Hopefully it's a little less of an ask going forward to revisit them and make sure the plan still works for you. Kind of recapture those feelings. Remember how good you felt the day you finally got your plan in place. It's like, okay, well, come back to it to make sure it still works. as your life changes. And just personally, as a lawyer, that's my favorite part of my practice, is hearing about clients' lives and what they've done with themselves and what their goals are. So hopefully it's a good conversation to have. Now you know some of the big trigger points. And so if you've had any of those recently, schedule a call or just, sit down, think about it, and make sure you're in a good spot. So my contact information here at the end of the video. You can always book online or give me a call, and I'd love to talk to you. Thanks. Bye.